Good day. Happy spring break, travelers. Vacation Travel Hacks here, talking about Genie Plus. Really, at Disney World, you'll see some screenshots for the Magic Kingdom, but these tips, how it works, and the methodology behind it's good at any park. And this is the spring break how to use the Genie Plus. Let's hop into it. Got two different kinds of Genie Plus. We got the individual Lightning Lane and the Lightning Lane. The distinction between the two is the individual Lightning Lane is for the most popular ride at the theme park, and you get to pick the time and you pay to ride that ride. So, for example, $12. You go in, you pick the time. The earliest time you can, based on this screenshot, earliest time you can get it's at 5:20 to 6:20, and you go. So, if you're staying at a Disney World property at 7 a.m., you can go make that selection. If you're staying off site, you have to wait until the park opens to make that selection. And you can ride up to two of these, so pay for two of these, and you cannot ride the same ride twice. You'll see it pop up as we walk through our practice. We're going to build a Disney Genie Day together using real screenshots throughout the day, taking at the appropriate times in the day to give you an idea of what sells out first, what maybe you shouldn't invest a Genie in early, and we'll build it together. The Lightning Lane, on the other hand, is you pay a fixed fee of $29, $20, whatever it is. It'll show you on the screenshot. I'll show you on the next page. Starting at 7 a.m., you will go in, you'll make a selection, and then you can make another selection either after you use your first one or 2 hours after the park opens. The demo you're going to see today is about stacking. It's not for the early birds, run your family into the park, into the ground and ride a bunch of rides. And then, everyone's asleep for fireworks. I'm going to show you how to be leisurely, how to work a pool day, Disney Springs, a nice breakfast, how to save the feet. But know that if you're a morning person and everyone in your family is a morning person, rope dropping's it. So for purposes of this, it's 7 a.m. You can make a Haunted Mansion selection, go into the park, use it, and then once you scan your watch in or your card or whatever it is, once you go to the Lightning Lane and there, you can make your next one for 8:30. So that's the book and use methodology, and I'm going to show you how to stack because in a couple hours period of time you'll be able to ride 4 or 5 rides. So let's walk into it. How to get Genie Plus? So if this is what it is, how do we get it? So one, here we go. You go in here and purchase $25. Now, if you're going to do the Lightning Lane, you don't need to do this. You don't need to buy this. If you were only going to do these rides on the left, you won't get access to the rides on the right, but you don't need to pay this. This demo is going to assume you want to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And conversely, hey team, if you just want to do, the Lightning Lanes and have no interest in these, you don't have to do them. It's pretty nice. It's it's a democracy, if you will. This isn't a communism. It is capitalism, though. It is very much capitalism. All right. So to buy it, go in, purchase, or purchase, and when you purchase, you're going to end up on two places. Your tip board is where you want to be when you book things. You're going to see My Day. And I'm going to actually build you a fake My Day together. It is strongly recommended that you purchase Genie after midnight and strongly recommended to purchase it before 7 a.m. So at 6:45 in the morning, I got a nice little hot cup of coffee in my hand. Everybody's asleep. I hear the snores galore. And, the Disney planner is hard at work planning the perfect Disney day. So 6:45, I have purchased it. That way I am pumped, ready to go, and focused and, getting the fog out of my hand, drinking my coffee and getting ready to go. So it's 7 a.m. and here we go. Let's go into it. Let's build our Disney day. So you might notice like, hey, Mr. Travel Hacks, you said book it at 7. Yeah, I did. I can't get screenshots until 7:15, but I also didn't want to lie to you. This is, but it gives you a good idea of what waiting 15 minutes is. In the Genie world, waiting beyond the point where you can book is not super ideal. But nevertheless, here we go. Here's what's available at 7:15. We have Seven Dwarfs already up to 5:20. Peter Pan. So what are we learning here by looking at these times? It's a Small World, Haunted Mansion, and Buzz Lightyear not a high priority. Things that are Peter Pan, Jungle Cruise. Those are a higher priority. They're already going up there, and Seven Dwarfs. So what we're going to do at 7 a.m. is we are going to get rides that are important to us and our family. Jungle Cruise. We're basing our priority. It's a moving priority based on what's selling out. I'm not going to waste a Genie Plus knowing that I'm not going to be there. So I have to prioritize based on volume. And my experience is that these behaviors, these times are similar, whether it's Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, fall break, spring break, $250,000 of Disney invested. I can tell you the methodology, this is sound. And you can check on your own. You can check on your app, at various points in the day to see what's hot to get the trend of that time, because maybe Tron throws a monkey wrench into things. What we're going to do is we're going to select Jungle Cruise. We're going to select Mine Train, and we are going to build our practice perfect Disney day. So we're going to go in the evening. Like I said earlier, grab breakfast, go to the pool, go to Typhoon Lagoon, Disney Springs, whatever, or rest your feet. Don't do nothing. Just watch the Weather Channel all day. That's not bad time for me either. So here we go. We are going to go to the park and try to get there at about 3 to catch the back end of Jungle Cruise. Let's go to the next time. So Magic Kingdom opens at 8. I want you to know to check your times. If you're like, hey, Mr. Hacks, it opens for me at 9. Remember, it's park open plus 2 hours. So the example I'm giving you, park opened at 8. Here we go. This is what it looks like shortly after 10 a.m. So there's no, hey, 2 hours. And why do I keep saying that? Hey, 2 hours. What happens if you're late? And I've done this before, I've lost track of time and I've showed up at 15 minutes late, 20 minutes late. Everybody who booked at 10 will be ahead of you at noon, at 2, at 4. They're going to be ahead of you by 15 minutes. So it's possible that you won't be able to get some of your selections. It's just everyone's going to be ahead of you now because you were late. And that's the biggest con of it is, you're a little bit tied to your phone. And, this is 2023. We're tied to our phones anyway. But a lot of people are like, I sure wish I wasn't tied to my phone on vacation. And I do not disagree with that. I'm just, here's the rules, and here's a bat, here's a ball, let's go play. All right, 10 a.m. I really am beginning to think that I want to select... let's make some observations. This isn't available right now, probably because it's closed. We got Peter Pan over here at 5:45. Jungle Cruise is moving up. So we're learning some trends about what's moving. And let's go ahead and select Peter Pan because it's later in the day. 5:45. Space Mountain is too early. You might be like, well, wait a minute. Why didn't you take Space Mountain? One, I'll be at the Jungle Cruise in Adventureland. And Space Mountain is at the other end. So there's a load, as you look at this here, try to imagine the land that there is. I made a video about park orientation and how to walk 2 miles instead of 10. And you were like, oh, wait a minute. We are in the park at 3 and I can get Jungle Cruise and I can get Space Mountain. You can, but I picked Peter Pan mostly because I know where my dinner is. It's near Be Our Guest. So it's gonna, there's a little bit of method to it. And, Peter Pan it's a fun ride. If you got kids in your family, it's fun. All right, let's bump it out, 2 o'clock. Oh, we got Big Thunder. It's open and it's back. I can pick it. We got Space Mountain. We got, is anything, it looks like we have some options. Haunted Mansion's getting up there. Peter Pan's getting up there. Jungle Cruise is almost during the fireworks. Let's go ahead and select Space Mountain, 6:20 to 7:20. That's a stable. Look at this. And it is at 12. I'm not in the park yet. As a matter of fact, I'm still 3 hours away from getting into the park. And when I get there, I have 4 rides. Let's go up to 2 o'clock. Now we're probably in the room getting ready to go. Haunted Mansion's at 8:20. Buzz Lightyear's at 5:10. Up, Seven Dwarfs is gone. Space Mountain is gone. Jungle Cruise is gone. Big Thunder is gone. All right, that's cool. All right, let's go ahead and select Haunted Mansion. So now we're building our day. Haunted Mansion, 8:20 to 9:20. So after our little dinner, we'll head on down to Space Mountain, it looks like, and then we'll work our way back up. Let's go ahead and go to 4:30. Now take a look at this. We're a little late. we're late into our day. I was late by 30 minutes. And now, let's see what kind of price I have to pay for being late. So ideally, you want to be here at 4. But I was late, and it happens. You're in the pool, you're in the shower. It happens. Now I'm late, and now everybody got ahead of me. But there's still some selections. It's not the end of the world. There's still some selections. It's just I'm going to make my next reservation at 6:30 instead of 6. And maybe stuff gets sold out, and there's nothing I can do about it because I was late. Buzz Lightyear 6:55 to 7:55. That makes sense because I got Space Mountain in here. So it's in the same area. And then after Space Mountain, I can begin to make my way back towards the Haunted Mansion. So it works. So that's a good one. All right, 6:30 now. What's available? Hey, wait a minute. Big Thunder is now on the clock. I like Big Thunder. And like I said, as the day advances, not currently offered or getting real late is starting to become a real theme here. Big Thunder, 9:10 to, that's cool because I'm already up there for the Haunted Mansion. I'll probably watch fireworks and then make my way over. And being behind the castle for fireworks actually is a sneaky good experience. If you've done it in front of it before, I don't mind behind it. It's actually pretty cool. You don't get to see any of the projections. Now the 8:30 is when the pickings get really lean. It looks like I'm going to select It's a Small World because it's the only thing that's available. All right, so you may have noticed that there's wait times here. And what I did was at the estimated time that we would have been there, 4:30, I took the wait times at that time. So it was 90 minutes for Jungle Cruise when we were there. And then it was 105 for Seven Dwarfs, 105 for Peter Pan, 90, 55, all the way up 110. That's 510 minutes of rides between the hours of 3 and 7. So that's what is that? 7 hours, and we were riding rides the whole time. Oh, and by the way, we did have a dinner. We weren't even in line for that dinner. We enjoyed our nice Be Our Guest dinner. We enjoyed some fireworks, and so really, while we were there for 7 hours, we were really only riding rides for about 4.5 hours. So in 240 minutes, we got 510 minutes done. So there's still walking in between there. And that's a pretty good representation of what it looks like. And at the end of the day, we accomplished quite a bit. So anyway, this stacking can be done at any park. It struggles at Animal Kingdom, struggles at Epcot, can be done. You're only going to get 3 or 4 rides at those parks. But it's really sneaky good at Hollywood Studios. And that'll be a video that we cover shortly. All right. Well, safe travel, teams.